Okay guys, thank you for joining me again for the Hormone Balancing Series. This is part 4. This is part 4. Wow, this is blowing by. I thought it was part 3. For this section on hormone balance and natural hormone balance, I'm going to be talking specifically about how the timing of your nutrients, which I talk about this a lot, nutrient timing if you check out my other videos, but how the timing of your nutrients really affects your hormone balance as well. So I'm going to be going over all of that in this part 4. My name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist. I love everything health, wellness, nutrition. If you love all that stuff, then make sure you hit subscribe. Join the AN peeps, and if you don't know what that is, just check out the description. I have everything that you need to know, how to be included with the AN peeps, and to achieve your wellness dreams. So, in today's video, like I said, we're continuing on with this whole hormone balance theme. Now, just with the first 3 videos, you probably have seen how a lot of these things are intertwined. And that's because of the nutrition rant that I did in the second video. So if you take a look back, if you missed that, like I said, if you missed any of these videos up until now, make sure that you start with part 1 because they do really build on each other. But in part 2, I really go on a nutrition rant on how if there's something going on with one section of your body, if you're not sleeping well, if you have imbalanced hormones with your adrenals or with your hunger hormones, all of these are intertwined. They're all related. If one's out of balance, then so are the rest. So that's why this whole hormone balancing series is super important to watch from the beginning to the end to make sure that you really are getting all the information you need, because fixing just one thing isn't going to solve everything. We're really looking at this as a whole body approach. Now make sure you stay all the way till the end because I do share the step-by-step tips on exactly what to do with nutrient timing so you guys are fully prepared. Okay, let's just walk through a typical day. Let's say you wake up. You first thing in the morning, before you have water, you have coffee. So you probably have some coffee with sugar or cream, or maybe you even added some sweet and low, some type of artificial sweetener, which that's a whole other topic. Just take my word for it, don't do it, and I'll do another video on that in the future. If you want to see a video on artificial sweeteners and what really is the best sweetener, comment below, let me know, and I'll put that together for you guys. Something on the healthier side. Let's say you have a bowl of oatmeal with a bunch of fruit or berries, and then maybe you stir in some healthy fat in there, like some almond butter. So you're getting all of those oats, you're getting the fruit, maybe you add a little maple syrup in or honey. 2 hours later, you grab a snack and you have, I don't know, let's say a bar. So one of those protein bars that maybe is a little bit lower in sugar. You reach for that because it's quick and easy. For lunch, let's again go with the healthier side. Let's say you're having a salad. And then for dinner, you head out for happy hour with your coworkers and you grab flatbread pizza that you all share and a side of roasted Brussels sprouts. Okay, right? Pretty, like maybe that's a standard. I know it changes everywhere. That's pretty standard actually for around where I live, which is LA. That's pretty standard day of meals that I see with a lot of people. Notice that with this type of system, you're eating every couple of hours. I know there's like this whole thing where eating every couple of hours is supposed to make it so that you're not hungry. Instead of, you know, like getting super hungry in 3 hours, you eat every 2 hours to try and like stop that hunger. I get the whole reasoning behind that. But you know, that problem could be solved in the first place if you eat from satiated at the start. So one thing that we tend to think we need to do when it comes to losing weight or achieving fitness goals is we think we need to eat like a really tiny meal. I remember when I used to work in more of like a office setting, I would bring out my salad bowl, and it was like a huge, I mean, actually let me show you my salad bowl. The bowl falling over. This is my salad bowl. So it's huge. It's like literally the size of my stomach. And I would fill this up probably about halfway with lettuce, with greens, with healthy fats, with avocado, with nuts, seeds, probably a hard-boiled egg in there, or lately everything scrambled, love that. And then I would see coworkers, and no joke, this is the side salad they would have. Okay, maybe this is a good serving size for like, I don't know, soup, but if you're having something like salad, you need to have a lot more to make yourself satiated. Do you guys see the difference here? No, this one can fit like 4 of these. So it's not like you need to be eating a ton, but look at the types of foods that you're eating and whether or not you're feeling satiated. What does this have anything to do with your hormones? I know, I go on these tangents, I know. So, but what does this have to do with your hormones? So if you're eating every couple of hours, the reason why you have to is because you're never really turning off those hunger hormones. Remember how we talked about in the first section, in the first part of this series, how when you have a spike and fall in blood glucose levels, that fall actually stimulates cortisol, stress hormone, to go back up. So that's raising your blood glucose levels again, making it so that you constantly are craving sugar. You're in this cycle of up and down, and that's actually what causes you to need to eat every 2 hours because you're never fully turning off your hunger hormones. And as a result, you may even get like Hulk type of hanger. If you guys don't know what hanger is, let me look up definition of hanger. Hanger. These are actually pretty funny. Hangry. When you're so hungry that your lack of food causes you to become angry, frustrated, or both. Hulk. Okay, so ghrelin is one of your main hunger hormones. There's a few others that have like some control over hunger, but ghrelin is the most obvious one. That's the one where, if your stomach's grumbling, that's thanks to ghrelin. One of the most important things for eating until satiated is having proper nutrient timing. I talk about this so much, and it's because it's so important. So important. Think about it. In the morning, you have much different goals of what you want out of the day versus at night. So in the morning, you want to be energized. You want to have the sustainable energy. You need to get ready, get up, and get going. And at the night, you are trying to wind down. You're trying to mellow out. And your hormones reflect that difference. I'll be going over this whole circadian rhythm of your cortisol hormone and melatonin and some of the other really important hormones in the part 5. But just keep in mind that your hormone profile is different throughout the day, so why shouldn't your food reflect that too? If you start off your morning with like a high carbohydrate, high starchy carb, high sugary food, then that's going to make it so that right from the start, you're going to have a spike in blood glucose, which causes a spike in insulin, which remember, that's the storing hormone. So insulin is a hormone. And so by eating something that's really high and dense in starchy carbohydrates or sugar, then that's going to affect your hormones directly because it causes insulin to spike up. And remember, when insulin spikes, that causes an immediate drop in your blood glucose levels, and that drop causes cortisol to spike back up. So the goal here, like I said, this is the natural hormone balance. We want to keep this stuff stable. In order to do that, you need to make sure your meals reflect that. The tip I'm going to give you guys today that has to do with nutrient timing. This one thing makes a huge difference in your entire hormone balance, your hormone profiles, your blood glucose levels, your anxiety levels, your fat burning mechanisms, your hunger levels, all of that. This one tip makes a huge difference on. That's just to swap your normal high carbohydrate, high sugar meal for something that's high in healthy fats and contains, moderate amount of protein. Those two combined help to turn off your hunger hormones. But, and here's the catch, if you have high healthy fat and you have protein, but you also include a lot of starchy carb. So remember, starchy carb, that could be oats in this circumstance, or sweet potatoes, or bread, or beans, or even squash. All of those are starchy carbs. If you pair that starchy carb with the healthy fat and the protein, then that actually works against your goals as well, because your body will preferentially start to increase your blood glucose levels because you have that starchy carb there in the first place. So in the morning, stick to high healthy fat, add some moderate amounts of protein. This is where those healthy smoothies really come into play. I have a lot on my blog that you guys can check out. I also talk a bit about it, I believe, in my What I Eat in a Day. I'll make sure that I post that below. In that video, I go over some of this nutrient timing concept. But if you really want to dive deep on this and you want to change up your nutrient timing, because this one aspect of addressing your breakfast is just, the first meal. There's still the rest of them that you really want to cover. This first meal makes a big difference. But if you want to really dive deep into that, really recommend that you check out my 21-day intermittent fasting program. Have that link below, and that goes over all of the science you need and how to directly incorporate that into your life with your lifestyle. So then what's an example of a high fat, moderate protein type of breakfast? Like I said, smoothies are great. You just want to make sure that it's not super packed with fruits. You can have some fruit, yeah, sure. You just don't want a lot of fruit. So you don't want to be going for, the dense amounts of sugar, because that will cause that spike and fall in blood glucose level, and that's what we don't want. Another option is even, something super simple. I have a lot of clients who are really busy, don't have time to make a breakfast in the morning. So what I usually recommend is to get a couple hard-boiled eggs and a half avocado, mash that together, do a drizzle of olive oil, add in some salsa. That's it. Boom. Delicious. Seriously, it can be that simple. You just want to make sure that you're eating until you're fully satiated. So to wrap this up for part 4, the thing that you need to really think about is that the timing of your nutrients needs to reflect your hormones. And if it's not, then you're going to get that hormone imbalance. With insulin as a great example, or ghrelin never being shut off because you're never eating until satiated. That's something really important to recognize, and to realize that even something as small as when you eat a certain meal can have a huge impact on your overall hormone profile. And just from that, I listed ghrelin, insulin, cortisol. There's 3 right there. And those are really important hormones that have a lot to do with probably some goals that you guys are looking into, like weight loss or increased energy. All right guys, so thank you again for watching this video. If you learned something and if you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you just gave it a thumbs up. It really does help to support my channel. I love to just keep creating this content for you guys. It's really just what my dream and my passion is. I love to help you live your best and healthiest life. I know how much of a difference it's made with me and how much of a difference it's made with my own clients. So I would love to see you guys incorporating these tips. And if you know someone who you think could benefit from this, make sure that you send this link along. It's some really good karma you can get from right there. So passing some free nutrition information. You really just never know how far reaching sending someone a link can be. It could literally be the thing that changes their lives. I know that I wasn't interested in nutrition at all. I love food, but I wasn't interested in nutrition at all until someone just gave me my first nutrition book. And it was just a basic book, and I learned a little bit about nutrition, and that's what led me to where I am now. What is that, 10 years later? You just really never know how far reaching it be. If you know someone who could benefit from this information, who needs this in their life, who needs to help their wellness journey, then pass this along. And remember, I'll be releasing the next part 5 video very soon, so make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can stay in the loop and always get the latest information. Till next time guys, bye.